In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I turned $500 to nearly $10,000 in 3 days. So last year I did this challenge where I attempted to flip a small $500 account to $10,000 and I managed to flip it to around $9,000. I know this video is way overdue because I actually did this challenge during June 2021. So it's been almost a year since I did this challenge. But anyways, here it is. So the trades that I took during this challenge was extremely risky as I was over leveraging and not practicing proper risk management at all. So please do not attempt this challenge. Do not do what I did unless you know what you're doing. So firstly, I'm going to show you the profits that I made on each day during this entire 3-day period, and then I'm gonna explain to you like my mindset during this entire 3 days and how I analyze the charts and make sure that I secure a good amount of profits. Without further ado, let's dive straight into it. So on the first day itself, I actually managed to turn $500 to $1,000 in just 1 day alone, which is pretty impressive because I always think about it in terms of percentage. Like not in terms of money, but in terms of percentage. So if I turn $500 to $1,000 in 1 day, that is 100% gain on a single day itself. And I just want to add that I could not have done this challenge without leverage. Leverage is a double-edged sword. It can fuck you up a lot, or you can make pretty good profits if you know how to use leverage in the right way. Now that you guys have seen the profits, let's get into the charts. Alright, I want to show you guys how I analyze these charts. First thing, before we do anything, we have to mark up the charts, right? Very clear resistance area right here, right around here, and then there's a support area right around here because this is where price last stopped at. So I have circled like the trades that I took. So after marking my key support and resistance levels, I went down to the 15 minutes time frame and looked for an entry. Guys, I really like to keep things as simple as possible. First of all, what do you see on my charts? There is no like complex indicators like no Bollinger Bands, oscillators, RSI. It's just the only thing you can see is price action and the moving average. I like to keep things simple and clean. So I went down to the 15-minute time frame and looked for an entry. So right here, price got rejected at this resistance area so many times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth time, clear as day, short it. So I waited for around this area here, and then when price went up to retest the moving average right here, and then gave me this little, what is this? Evening star. Yeah, gave us this little evening star. We got in for that short position somewhere right around here. I can't really remember when was it, but somewhere right around here. And our stop loss was obviously above this because this is the last lower high before price moved down, right? So our take profit will be all the way down at the support level that we have drawn earlier, which is right around this area. Very simple, nothing too crazy. All right, so this was basically the first few trades that I took. All I did was short gold all the way down to around this area here. I expected price to move lower to around this area, but it did not. Alright, it did not. It actually came all the way down here and then it wicked all the way back up. As you can see, this super long wick. So when price gave me this long ass wick, right, like price went all the way down and then just immediately wick all the way back up, that just shows that sellers are taking profit too. Now buyers are back onto the market and it might be pushing the price all the way up. So now there are more buyers than sellers in the market. So what I did was that I switched to a buy instead. So right around this area, I switched to a buy instead. I think it was around here. I think it's somewhere around here. Can't really remember when. But anyways, enter right around here. And my take profit was all the way at the resistance area that we have drawn earlier. Right around here. Very simple, guys. This is where price last stopped at. You always want to look to the left. Alright, see where price last stopped at. And it was around this area here. And then yeah, this was basically the few scalp trades that I took. As I said, right, all I did during this entire 3 days was like aggressively scalping gold. I was getting in and out super fast. Like this shot here all the way down. Right about after a few minutes, maybe 30 minutes or so, I got out of that trade. Same thing right here. When price gave me this huge blue candlestick, got in for a buy, got out at this resistance level. So the reason why I switched to a buy from a sell was because of this candlestick right here. You can see there is a very long leg doji. You can see this little doji right here. So you can see it signals indecision and it's at a support level. Alright, that is all the confluences that you need to tell you that maybe I'm wrong. Maybe price is not going to go down further. Maybe price is going to reverse and hit back up. And that is when you got to be flexible enough to switch your positions. This is a very, very important point. You have to be able to be flexible enough and admit that you are in the wrong and then switch your bias and just adapt to what the market is showing you. So over here when price presented this long wick and it was giving me like huge bullish engulfing candlestick probably right around this area, there is one confluence. Second confluence will be this support area right here, and the third confluence will be some sort of moving average crossover. I'm pretty sure on the 15-minute or the 5-minute time frame, the moving average has crossed over right around this area, which caused me to enter for this long position here. So that's it for day one. It's very, very simple. Nothing too complicated. It's not rocket science. It is just pure price action. Support and resistance. Market structure. It's really just as simple as that. So actually the next day was pretty anticlimactic because I only made about $300 on this day, or rather $261 on day 2. So yeah, nothing too crazy on day 2 once again. I was just aggressive scalping gold. The only thing I traded during this entire 3 days was just purely gold. I was just like getting in and out fast, like catching maybe 10 to 30 pips on each trade using a high lot size and just really aggressively scalping gold. So this is actually a really good point. You will never make money if you're scared to lose money. If you are always like scared and not really trusting your analysis, then you are always going to make little profits. Sometimes you really just have to trust your analysis and just go for it when opportunity presents itself. Next, let us look at day 2. So after the trade that we have taken on day 1, price went back all the way up and retested this resistance area once again. The market is just art, guys. The market is just art. So came back up to retest this area, this high previously, and it got rejected. So many times it got rejected. This means that this is a super duper strong resistance levels that is very, very hard to break. So I should be looking to sell. Alright, so all I did was that right around this area, I just sold, I think like maybe somewhere around here, 18, yeah, maybe somewhere around here. And I just sold it all the way down to probably around this support area once again. The good thing about these few days was that price was really, really smooth. Like it was either going up or down. There was no like crazy fake outs or anything. And as you can see right around this area, all these red candlesticks, they are just like respecting this moving average. You can see it's not going above the moving average. It's staying below this moving average. And the moving average is essentially acting as like a moving support and resistance level. Alright, so yeah, this was a very quick scalp. Just sell a few lots down here. And that's about it. Alright, that's about it. So day 3, this is the final day of the challenge. And this day was definitely one day that I will always remember in my entire trading career. This was one hell of a day. So I started off the day with around $1,300, like I said, because day 1 I turned the account to $1,000. Day 2 it was $1,300. So started the day off with $1,300, and as you can see, I was literally using 0.5 lots and a standard lot size. This is definitely not something that I will do now. This was actually like really, really ballsy. Yeah, this was actually really, really ballsy and over leveraging. But yeah, so this was day 3. I remember at the start of the day, I was like still making a little bit of profits, $600, $700, a few $100. But it's during the night that was really, really crazy. Made about like $1,156 on the third day, the afternoon. So this is still not the crazy part yet. This was still like, okay, like it's quite a lot of profits, but it's still okay compared to what I'm gonna make at nights. As you can see, very, very nice profits. So now we are up about $2,000. So we have a total amount of $2,500. And I said that I did this challenge in 3 days, right? So if you guys think about it, now we have $2,500 and it's the final day. That is why I say that at night it's gonna be crazy. Yup, so at night, the night came and I made $7,000 on the same $500 account. $7,000 in about a few minutes. Who the hell makes $7,000 in a few minutes? And this was honestly like purely luck, or I don't know, like I just don't know how the hell I did this. Alright, I was super like in the zone. So yeah, you can see all the buys, like 1 lot, 2 lots, 5 lots. Crazy amount of leverage. But yeah, this was really the definition of you will never make money if you're afraid to lose money. I was like actually like risking the entire account on this one big trade. I still remember this big trade. It was during non-farm payroll, if I'm not wrong. So like price was just shooting up. I think the news was like good for gold, and then gold was just like shooting up 100 pips, and I was just like scaling in on that trade, like just stacking up the lots, like 1 lot, 1 lot, 2 lot, 2 lot, 5 lots, 5 lots. There was a total about like 10 lots on this single trade, which was pretty fucking insane, honestly. 10 lots. And as you can see, I managed to cut over like 30 pips on each trade and about like 30 to 40 pips on each trade, just like a very fast get in and get out. And I just quickly, okay, so whatever those big positions that open, right, those 2 lots and 5 lots, right, I make sure I close them as soon as possible to really reduce the exposure to the account. So yeah, very quick scout, and ended up making about $7,700 on that day itself. So those are the 3 days. We ended up with a total profit of $8,500 from the initial investment of $500. So we pretty much like 1000x our account, which was pretty crazy. And as you can see, the balance was over $9,000. Right here, it was over $9,000. So after day 2, price was continuing going down. Alright, it was still heading down. Like it literally broke this little support level that we have drawn and just continuing heading back down. So what we did was that we trade with the direction of the trend. The trend right now is downtrend, guys. You always want to trade with the direction of the trend. The trend is your friend. Since the downtrend was so strong, all I did was that I continuing selling. Alright, I continued selling around this area here and just keep on selling all the way down around this area here. Alright, at this point, right, price had broke the previous low, which is right around this area, and I thought that price is gonna go lower. Alright, so even right around this area here, I was still continuing selling. So yeah, I continued selling down. Maybe I entered somewhere around here, and my take profit was actually all the way down to like the next support area, which was pretty low. So right here, when price were continuing going down and down and down, right around this area, it actually wicked all the way back up, and then it gave me a second, like a little doji, a little small body candlestick with like a doji kind of shape. I don't know what is it called. And then the next candlestick was a blue candlestick, or rather a green candlestick, right? And it gave me like a bullish candlestick right around this area. So that would be a morning star. That is a morning star, right? That means that price is about to reverse. And I drew like a little box around this area because I remember there was a consolidation around this area, and I was waiting for the consolidation to break out to see whether price is going to go up or it's going to continue going back down. So I drawn like this very mini resistance area right around here. I told myself that if price like break above this resistance level, I am going to switch it to buy again, just like on day 1. So the exact same thing happened on day 1. So my mind was like, yo, this thing happened to me 2 days ago, and it's gonna happen like similar to that day. Price is about to shoot up. So what I did was that I closed all my short position around here, maybe lost like $1,000, and I switched it all to buy. I went big on buy. I literally went all in on buy. I was like, my account had like maybe $2,000 in my account, so I would put like 1 lot, 5 lot, 5 lot. Maybe there was about 10 lots in total when I was buying all the way up here. So I closed my sell position like I said. And when price broke out of this little resistance area, moving average crossover, you know, all the confluence in the world, you got your morning star, moving average crossover, and it's like basically getting rejected at this level. And this just told me that this is the bottom. The market is not going any lower. Alright, the morning star was like a good indicator. And when price like here just shooting up like right around here, I remember it was like becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. This blue candlestick, it went from like a small little boy and just like grew up like Jack and the Beanstalk, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I went in for a buy when price broke out of this resistance level. Very, very tight stop loss. I was pretty sure like the stop loss was probably right below this candlestick. So my take profit is at this support area that we have drawn earlier, which is this area here. And as you can see, as price keep on going up, like the candlestick was getting bigger and bigger, and I was just scaling in during this entire 30 minutes. I was just like stacking lots, maybe around here, and then buying once again around here again, adding 5 lots, adding another 1 lot or so, and I basically just quickly get in and out of all my trades at around this area. Why I took profit at this area is because this is the support area, like I said. This is a support area. It used to become a support area and now it acts as a resistance area. When price breaks through a support, the support becomes a resistance area. Alright, the support becomes a resistance level. And when price breaks through a resistance, the resistance becomes a support level. And then on this one big trade, right, where I just scale in like 5 lots, 1 lots, 5 lots, total about 10 lots in total, I made about $7,000 in this one trade. Just this one trade alone made about $7,000. The reason I was so confident that price is going to go up, right, is because it happened to me on day one. It's literally the exact same thing. The market is literally repeating itself. History is repeating itself. That is why I was so confident that I was willing to go all in on that one trade. So the most important lesson during these 3 days is that you have to be able to adapt to the market, react to the market, and not impose your thoughts onto the market. Let's say you are going in for a buy, right? But the market is showing you a clear sell signal, like the market is going down and your trade is not going in the direction that you want. You damn right, I'm going to switch to a sell. I'm going to adapt to what the market is showing me. I'm going to react to the market. Never ever impose your thoughts of what the market should be. The market doesn't care about you or me. The market is the market itself. The market is the leader. And all we have to do is to follow the leader. Listen to what the market is telling you. If there's this huge candlestick with huge momentum, price is about to shoot up. I don't care if you're wrong. Just exit your shorts and switch for a buy instead. In trading, it's not about being right or wrong. It doesn't matter if you are wrong like 80% of the time and you still make money. That is still good, alright? That is why it is so important to really admit that you are wrong about that trade. Admit that, okay, this trade is not going in the direction that I want. Maybe I should reconsider my position and switch it to a buy instead. As long as the market show you like the confluences that you need to enter the trade. That is one point that I really want you guys to remember. If I was like stubborn during this entire 3 days, I was like, oh no, the market is going to continue going down to this area. I'm not going to switch it to buy. I would have lost a lot of money. So make sure that you guys be flexible and adapt to the market. And guys, I'm so excited to announce that I'm accepting 10 new students into my mentorship program. So if you're interested to get coached by me personally and learn everything you need to know about day trading, feel free to message me on Instagram at @TheTradingGeek. Just drop me a DM, and if you meet the application criteria, we will accept you into the mentorship. Like I said, only 10 students, so slots are limited right now. Go ahead and DM me as soon as possible. So if you want more information about this mentorship program, I have a post right here as you can see, and it tells you all the syllabus and the pricing of the mentorship program. So if you're interested to learn from me, just drop me a message on Instagram and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy.